Hey, it's your Wisconsin wine guy. We are back with another wine review. You know, spring, summer's kicking in, and for me, when the seasons change from fall to winter, I like to go into something lighter, crisper, whether it be red wines, white wines, just crisp, delicious, lighter fruit forward or fruit tasting wines. I'll even do some semi-sweet wines on the occasion. It makes great cocktails. Make great patio pounders, so I run the gamut, but I'm going for something lighter. The food changes in the season. The food is fresh and lighter tasting, so in my opinion, so should the wine, right? All right, here we go. So those who are new, I review wines that you can find in wherever you shop for wine, liquor store, grocery store, wine shop, or some wine shops. I like to call these everyday drinking wines. These are wines that, you're going in, it's like, boom, I'm going to get this, I'm going to taste it, I'm going to enjoy this, or I'm not going to enjoy this. So I go through and taste a bunch of different wines, and sometimes the same brand with different vintages, just to give you my opinion, utilizing the infamous thumb rating system. Very simple. Thumbs up. It says I recommend that wine. It's a pretty solid wine. Can't go wrong with it. 3/4. I would share this wine with my friends. I may even keep a few bottles on hand to share with my friends when they come to my home. Halfway, something about that wine just did not work for my palate. But doesn't make it a bad wine. It just didn't work for me. You taste it, then let myself and the rest of us know in the comments what you thought about the wine. I want people to share their opinions with me. Thumbs down, always an easy one, right? Can't say much about that. Every now and then it's the infamous double thumbs up. If you said double thumbs up on a wine, I highly recommend that wine. And I'm also very curious, and if you would agree with me that particular wine or brand, vintage, would be a double thumbs up. Those wines are the ones that I actually would keep a few bottles on hand because I want to see how that wine is going to age over time. Then at some point, if you're still following me, if you're still researching wines, I will do a recap on that particular wine on the same vintage, but years down the road. All right, so let's get to today's show. What a nice looking bottle here. So we're going to do the Pasqua, okay? Pasqua Pinot Grigio Black Label. Okay, this is going to be a 2022, 12% alcohol, coming from the Delle Venezie region, near the Veneto area. Excuse me, DOC. You can find this anywhere from $10.99 to $15.99, depending where you're shopping. Something interesting about this particular wine in the Pasqua family. I believe they're maybe like 4th generation, but the winery, they've been around for 100 years, right? But the winery itself is in Verona. Now, I don't know how many of you that follow me have been to Italy, and done the tourist thing, and if you've done the tourist thing, of course, you've been to Tuscany, you've been to Venice, Florence, etc. But Bologna, some may have been to. Verona, some have been to. But here's the thing about Verona. Verona is the town or the village of Romeo and Juliet. It's the area of love, Romeo and Juliet. Now, what was so interesting about me when I went there as a tourist, my very first time in Italy, and went there as a tourist, and we hit Verona, and it's like, brick, ancient-looking village or town, and you have the statue of Juliet there. And right in front of this, right behind the statue is this nice old brick or rock wall. So 2 things happen there, okay? One, rubbing the breast of Juliet. It's like a bronze-looking statue, about as tall as a regular person. Rubbing the breast of Juliet and signing your name on the wall. So let me tell you, when I was there, and each time I went there and found myself in Verona, I rubbed the breast, and it was like the left breast of Juliet, which is pretty worn down. Everyone rubbed the left breast for some reason. But the left breast, I rubbed that every time for good luck throughout the year and signed my name on the wall. So I must have signed my name on a brick wall, and it's huge. This was years ago. We're talking in the 90s, when I would go to Italy quite a bit. But in the 90s, but it was like signatures. I kept signing my name, in bright colors on the wall, so when I go back, I can see it. Well, because so many tourists come through there and do that, I never found my name ever again, right? But I would look forward to visiting Verona again, in the 21st century, so that I can go there and, get good luck from Juliet and also sign my name on the wall again. So enough of that. It's a fun thing. You got to try it if you haven't tried it. Go check it out. It is the Village of Love, or the Town of Love, Verona. So now, to 2022, this is such a cool bottle. Now, I mean, nothing, it has a nice little bunt inside, but nothing special about the bottle. I really dig the bottle shape, and it comes with a crystal. You know, I already opened it earlier, but it comes with a crystal cork that sits in the bottle. You know, keeps the bottle fresh. You know, keeps it tight, keeps the air in or air out. You know, don't have to worry about unless the wine inside is bad. As you see, I've been drinking on this bottle a bit, right? So love that bottle. This is a bottle that after I'm done, I'm going to take away the labels and use this as a nice little wine bottle when I'm out by the pool or out on the patio and entertaining friends, or maybe even just hanging out myself, listening to some music. Have this nice little cool bottle. I like to keep cool bottles, you know, for water and maybe to decant some wine into a nice little clear bottle. So that being said, let's get to tasting the wine. So something unique about this wine. So it's fermented stainless steel, okay, Pinot Grigio, 100% Pinot Grigio. But the unique thing about that is after it goes through its fermentation, it goes through its resting, they also pass it through or let it rest in oak for 3 months. So it's been about 3 months in oak. All right. I mean, how cool is that? 3 months in oak. You know, just to give a little bit more density, a little bit more, you know, oomph to the wine. Now, again, nice yellow and greenish hues on the Pinot Grigio. Starts clear, goes to yellow and greenish hues on Pinot Grigio. On the nose, citrus, apple on the nose. Nice. And you do pick up little subtle notes, you know, subtle vanilla spice notes in the background, just from here. Okay, that's that time being spent on wood. It's just enough to add some character, you know, to the wine itself. Now, for the taste. Two-step process of the taste. Well, that nose is great. Two-step process. How do we go? We go first taste is a rinse, tasting for acidity. Flat wine, no play. Red, white, you know how it goes. Second taste is when we will taste, evaluate, get a good mouthfeel, and see if what I smell is the same as what I'm tasting, and vice versa. There we go. Number one. So, great acidity. Love the way it makes my mouth water. And I will tell you this. You know, it didn't spend that much time, you know, it would, but you do get a little bit more than tannin. I mean, it has a nice, you know, well, we get to that other part, but you do get a little bit of tannins, very subtle, but definitely nice acidity for the palate. Very clean tasting. They are sustainably farmed. Now for the actual taste. I mean, you do pick up some cedar notes when your nose gets close when you're smelling it before you take a sip. And you do get some of that on the taste itself. So I'm going to go with like a Meyer lemon. You know, it has a nice fruity citrus to it, or that pulp of the lemon. When you bite into it, you get that just that kiss of sweetness from the bite of the lemon. Definitely pick up some of that. Love the finish on it. I mean, again, fruit, not a fruit bomb, but nice balance, you know, of fruits to dryness here. Crisp, clean, easy to drink. I mean, and the flavor, I mean, has a nice lasting flavor. That's a blend of the fruit and the wood notes. You know, so very nice for the Pasqua Pinot Grigio. All right, now final taste, and love that crystal cork. Right, final taste, and let's get down to it. I mean, I love the uniqueness of this Pinot Grigio. I love the fruit flavor, you know, the lemon, the apple, you know, coming out of it, but more of that sweet lemon pulp that comes out of it. So nicely balanced for me, I find. And I love it's not like a Fumé Blanc, you know, where you actually really taste the wood, but it's just enough in there to give it just a little bit more structure, you know, a little bit more strength to it. Depth, what I'm looking for. So, Wisconsin wine guy is going to give the Pasqua Pinot Grigio Delle Venezie double thumbs up. I mean, it's pretty unique, you know, and I like interesting tasting and subtle complex or ripe complexity of fruits in my Pinot Grigio. You know, I like that. I don't like just that, you know, simple, almost like watered down Pinot Grigio. This is pretty good. Hopefully you dig it. Again, $12.99 or $10.99 to $15.99 depending where you are, if it's on sale or not. Give it a try if you can find it. Let me know what you think, and the rest of us know what you think. Excuse me. And I'm going to pour myself some more here. And I really do love the finish on this wine. And this is Wisconsin Wine Guy saying to you, as always, let your palate be the guide when selecting your wine. I'll see you next time. Ciao!